Hey, how's it going? What's going on, guys? It's a wonderful secret here, and today we're going to show you a little bit of DPS tanking. So I know the other time I had uploaded a DPH tank set, but now I'm showing you guys how exactly to go about with the DPS. So DPS is pretty much like no deep. Well, it's pretty much like damage per second. So I'm only wearing rings that do the most damage per second, and so it differs between. Um, okay, let's go. We're finished with this room. So it differs between deep damage per hit. So it's the highest damage per hit that can be caused versus the damage per second, so the highest damage that could be caused per second, which are these rings. And you'll notice that bump is actually a part of both of these sets, and you can see how I do that to 164. But we're all suppressed to 11.4, and I had initially announced before starting the rooms that they are more than welcome to solo their own monster. However, just to ensure that they are careful where they where they place their monsters, because their monsters could attack the other crew members. So. Notice how I'm not amping, I'm not powering up, I don't use superchargers with these sets. Should be, pretty provable that you're able to kite these things. And there was another thing I wanted to show you. On your character info page tab, you go over to GHI, you hover over, you can click on these boosts. And you have the willpower, health, luck, dodge, and the health. Or I'm sorry, the so you willpower, health, luck, dodge, and accuracy. So the accuracy is what I meant to say. So they're all major, and you can see that they're all maxed out. So, and that's a mimic. They're all maxed out. See that blue bar down below and the description. So they're all maxed out, so there's no need to be. Oh, we got a mimic and a big dog. So this is a pretty rare instance already. There's a big dog in this room, along with a troll chest. One of those troll chests that have 10k HP. So right now, okay. So they just got the attention of those monsters, and oh, I got stuck on this little pole over here. Alright, so coming in around, taking care of them, getting stuck again on these walls. They're using superchargers, so hold on. Here we go. Like I said, I mean, you will always be okay as long as you kite when you have low HP and you feel like you're about to daze, but at the same time, kind of calculating and making sure that the entire crew, their health are at a pretty survivable, point, that they're not anywhere near dazing. So just be careful. Like I said, I mean, all you have to do is just go around the room like that, just continue to survive. I mean, that's the general idea, of this game, is survival, and that's really what it's about. It's a great game. So when the senior producer and director of this game, before he left, he made sure that this was going to be a very interesting experience for gamers. He's never really done anything like this before. He said that this project, that for a non-downloadable game, I mean, it was pretty amazing. So, you know, it's like I said. I mean, and yeah, she's amped, so she's gonna steal some of the aggro. Give you a bit of the specs of what's going on within the crew. We have crew members that are really not positioned in an okay spot, but it really doesn't matter because in the end the result's the same. Clear the room, continue forward. So I'm going to cover some mapping. So back in 2011, 2012, we started mid-2012 to 2013, mapping the DMS became quite popular. So in this room would be bottom left, top left, and bottom right. However, we came from bottom left, so we would just say top left or bottom right in the map. So I would say who I am bottom right, and we would put BR for bottom right. So or just right. I'm sorry. So it would be right like that. Because there is no other room to the right. So we would just, you know, do that. Back in those days, we would just, you know, map like that, like go right. We wouldn't really map X's because there was really, and X's are just one-way rooms that you just go one way. There is no other exit. There's only one other door in that room. So we wouldn't really map X's, but you know, people got creative, started mapping forward and backwards. So if I did a complete map run like in Yellow Maze, I would say we went right and then parentheses bottom right to get back to that previous room. See what I'm saying? So it kind of just, you know, they kind of just, you know, the mapping evolved over time, and you know, it went from there. So this room was pretty fast because it didn't have any knife fights or big dogs. So, and I'm gonna just do this iron real quick. There we go. Got that iron there. Rest for some stam. Food panel moderation. I mean healing moderation. There it is. So we hit rainbow pretty early, and I'd say we'd go left just because of that fact. So I would do BR because we came from there, and then I could either do a dash or I can just do like, you know, 2 L's, but it's probably best to just do a space dash and then go left. We would put left, so we just go left, and we would just hit like a room like this, which is kind of common, not really all so much common. I mean, it can be connected in loop to the rest of the map, or most of the rooms in the map, but it's not really a, how you say, it's not really a, it is common to see this room, but usually, typically, you would either see this room at the beginning like this, or at the end, or somewhere in between the middle, kind of, you know? See how all those vampires are just on me and paying attention to me, and I'm out of range. And since I didn't attack them because I'm DPS tanking, that means that they're just going to stay right there. See that? And so they reset, and so after they resetted, I'm able to come closer to my crew, and then I get my own little vampire to solo. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. And again, you don't have to copy my methods. I mean, you don't have to follow me. I mean, you could really just make up your own spring set, to be honest. I mean, obviously you can. I mean, obviously you are entitled to, you know, do DMS the way you want to do it. There's really no such thing as, you know, as not being creative. I mean, you can be as much, you know, you can be as creative as you want, I mean, to be honest. So we're actually going to go ahead and go through, we're going to go through this this big door. So this is a big door. I mean, I would go through the small door right here, which is the smallest door in the room that doesn't have a fire or flame, but I'm going to go through this big door here. So My mapping, and like I said, so my mapping would be like anywhere between like BR, which is backwards, left, and then parentheses right, since we came from right. So I would do right, and then I would do big door would be BD, like the axis, so there it is. Parentheses right, because that room right there is, you go right, you go back to the rainbow room. This is a small room one way, and usually this room is pretty easy to tank. But sometimes people have difficulties when this room has a knife fight or big dog in it, and sometimes they have some trouble trying to reset the big dogs and you know, stuff like that. You see these wolves were being put to sleep there by the trooper set there that I was talking about to you guys the other day. I believe in my first video post I went over that. So yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, really, I mean, it doesn't get as, you know, clear as this. I mean, all you're really doing is just, you know, like just going around. And, I mean, you're healing people that needs heals. I mean, that's pretty much it. It keeps me occupied. It keeps my mind kind of like, you know, calculating, kind of, you know, kind of like a brain game almost. You know, remembering the rooms, remembering which way you go. You know, this is pretty good. It's a good brain workout. You know, so I like to look at things positive like that. You know, I like to look at things positive because there's no limit to how much memory you can really store in your brain. I mean. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is, but I mean, it's not like anytime soon that we would like. It's not like there's so much information that we can absorb. I mean, that we, you know, it takes 3 million years, I believe, for us to, you know, to reach that point, something like that. I don't know what I got. So, like I said, I don't really map X's. I mean, you can map X's, to be honest, but I mean, I would map X's like that. Like, I would map X's like that. Like, that's about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just map X's like that. Like, so. Go up here. That vampire noticed me, gave me a good slap in the face. Okay, I got you. Remember. Alright, so everyone seems to be, their HP seems to be stable. I mean, it's not really going down all that much. So they're really working together to make sure that the splash damage from the monsters doesn't hit anyone else, which is great because that means that there's some crew effort happening, so there's some team effort going on, and we're working together. See, I got my own vampire. There you go. Got my own vampire, or monster, whatever you want to say. Here it is. Just keep on button smashing. I can't believe at one point they wanted to turn our short keys. I think it was an alternative option though, to make this game entirely 100% clickable by use of mouse. So yeah, this vampire's gone. Out of breath, so I'm gonna sit down for some stam. They should be able to take care of that vampire up there without any problems. But I'm gonna go up here and I'm just gonna help them out because it's just a lot more quicker, a lot more faster, you know. Part R3, I don't think it was their fault, but I'm going to rebuff my iron just in case. This Kami Cookie still has full rage. Not sure if she's going to do the Halo or Rock, but I'm going to wait and see if she decides to rebuff in this room or the next room. Okay, so it looks like she's going to want to rebuff in the next room. So I'm going to go to the next room, and it's X's. Yep, so we have this map where we're just going through a lot of X's, which is good. Because you want more shadow orbs, so it makes a lot more sense just to to go through these X's oh, I see my reflect my reflect damage hit that wolf up there, so wolf is going to be following me for quite some time. So I'll just might as well just solve it. That vampire resetted. I kind of figured that person was going to steal that vampire's aggro on the way over to them, so there it is. Okay, I managed to get this vampire, so I've been having a lot of male vamps lately. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. Give Cookie this wish and bandage. Yeah. Alrighty. Looks like this wolf wants a piece of me, but I don't know. Maybe this wolf is just lost. Maybe this wolf doesn't know where to go. Who knows? Alright, let's go. Shouldn't be taking this long. I see a couple crew members. I see one at 100 HP, or I'm sorry, at and stamina. Sorry. And they haven't really been attacking anything. I don't even believe they're in the room. No, it doesn't look like they're in the room at all. So I'm going to show you a little bit about resting while being attacked. So here I am in this corner. This monster attacks me, so I'm going to double select sit and stand. That gets it ready to give me a full 20 stamina, as you just witnessed just there. So when you flicker or you toggle your sit key, or you just double kneel and stand, you get it ready. You cut the time of the what's it called? You cut the time in almost half. Okay, so it looks like we hit a loop. So let's go back to L. So that's one of the reasons why back in the day we didn't really map X's, was because those pretty much led to a loop. So it'll make it more easier for us to update the map. So it would actually so it would be C, and we came from right. So, and this helps out people a lot. So it's there's that chat block again. So I can't really type, so I'll do this emote, the exclamation mark, and then I'll do like a rock or something, and that allows my chat to execute my message. So I'm gonna go through crack. Okay, so here we are at the wall fountain room. We would call this wall fountain with the big door, a bottom left, and a top left exit. So I mean, we could really just enter, just get rid of this vampire here. The faster you get rid of monsters, the higher the chance of survival as well. So getting rid of just that one monster makes it a lot more easier to just go in here and just take control of the stability of the aggro. So I take the majority of the damage, but I'm okay with that because I know that I'm able to survive, because I'm pretty good at calculating. My left hand's muscle memory is pretty good, especially the index finger of it, because it reaches the advantage and pre-selects, so I spacebar. So when I'm attacking, I just do like do my attacks or whatever, and then I click away, spacebar, select myself, and then I'm already preloading, and I just toggle, keep the aggro down, and I'm showing you these things, these tricks and tips, so that way it can be, if you can try it out, it can be a lot more easier for you, and I can try it the other way too, where people don't really want to use two hands. So, but I'll upload a couple videos of me doing that as well. I think that's gonna help out as well. So here I am out. We're on the last monster, so I'm gonna DPS Tank this last monster. So I just lost its attention, but there we go. It's gone. It's over. So we're definitely gonna go through BD. And I believe we came from top left, so we're going to go through, so it's BD, and then we came from top left. There are, yep. And then we hit the 4-way. Alright, so you pretty much get the general idea. Drop a like, subscribe, or share. It helps me out a lot. It's going to help a lot of other ZOMG players as well. Thanks so much for watching, and again, keep on trying to seek more information. If you like what I'm doing, again, like I said, likes, share. And I think I'm going to start putting the description of my thread in under the link to my thread in the description below of all my uploaded videos. So thanks again for watching.